outdoor calisthenics park. I do it with my friend. I followed a template online. First up is the parallel bars. You can do dips on these. You can work towards the planche, or you can work towards the handstand. It's about shoulder width apart, and then it has a stall ladder attached to it, so you can put your feet on the stall ladder. So you can do feet elevated push-ups on it, like so, or you can do feet elevated pike push-ups to work towards the handstand. So what this does is it's perpendicular to the high bar, so when you're putting horizontal pressure on the high bar, it adds stability to it. So when you're on this bar and you're doing tricks like the muscle up or just any sort of explosive trick that uses momentum, these extending features basically stabilize the high bar. So this is the low bar. You can train the L sit on it, L sit to muscle up. Just any bar where you want to be able to have your feet supported when you're learning the moves. And then so I used 6x6 wood instead of 4x4s because I figured the 6x6 would be more stable. And I'm 6'1", and I can just barely not reach the high bar. But when I hang, my feet just miss the ground, so it's the perfect height for me. But even using the 6x6 wood, it still sort of wobbles a little bit. If you look at the top, there's still a little bit of flex to the wood. So I would recommend using 8x8 wood or at least 6x6 wood. The bars are 1-inch diameters on the inside, and these are 1 1/4 inch, the parallel bars. So for here, you can do rows, you can do one arm rows. On the ladder, you could do the human flag. You can use the ladder to climb it in case you wanted to put gymnastics rings up here. And that allows you to do basically all your outdoor calisthenics training. There's really nothing you need to add to this park. It's pretty much perfect. All right, so here we have it set up with the gymnastics rings. So I have 2 sets of rings. So I use the medium height bar to put the rings low to the ground. So down here, you could do ring push-ups, or you could do flies. You could do rows with these, archer rows. You do a lot of variations with them. And then I have these set up about medium height as well. So you could train the ring muscle up. It's something I'm not really that good at. I'll give it an attempt. Yeah, I've never really done one before, honestly. But that way you could train neutral grip pull-ups on these. You could also train towards the iron cross, which is another goal of mine I'm working towards. So press up and then come down into a cross. That's pretty tough. You could also use these rings and these straps to do assisted one-arm work. For example, the assisted one-arm pull-up. And then you just lower your hand down until you no longer need the assistance. There's really no equipment lacking here. You can do just about any upper body exercise. The only thing I would add is maybe some resistance bands to stretch. The elastic bands are nice. I'm probably going to invest in a set of those. I'll link to the template that I followed. I saw a video on YouTube from a guy from Bar Stars from like 2013. He made a park just like this, except his park was smaller wood. He used 4x4s. I'm using 6x6s. And he didn't make the bars as high because he's a bit shorter than me. But other than that, it's basically the exact same layout. It's super strong, super durable. It's not going anywhere. It's weatherproof. You can't break it if you wanted to. If you want to get more athletic in general and increase your athleticism, and you're not a big, heavy power lifter, I would recommend working towards the one-arm pull-up and working towards the full planche push-up. The carryover for wakeboarding is tremendous. The carryover for all other sports I do is tremendous. By training towards those movements, all my other upper body lifts have gone up. My bench press has gone up. My barbell row has gone up. I'm more athletic at sailing and windsurfing and wakeboarding, like I said. And by building an outdoor park and setting up the rings, you get to have fun while you train and you never get bored. I could do a circuit. I could do dips, ring dips, and straight from the dips, going to pull-ups, going to push-ups, going to straight bar dips on these things, behind the back, Korean dips.
How about
a lot of different movements you can do.
how great is it to work outside instead of in a gym?
My feet are grounding. I'm touching the bare earth. I'm breathing in fresh air. I'm surrounded by nature. I'm getting sunlight on my skin. Just promotes overall wellness. I saved money by doing this. This was only, despite the high prices of lumber during COVID, it was only around $500, $600 to build this whole thing. It took about 2 days, start to finish, about 48 hours, and I have it for life. I don't have to pay for a gym membership. You can train lower body, like I said. You do pistol squats on here. You can buy a weight vest. I have a weight vest inside. And you can add weighted pistol squats and weighted one-legged squats, so there's really no limit to the training. You can do cardio out here. It just promotes overall wellness and well-being, and I'm super grateful to have this facility to train at. There's really nothing better. So much more fun than weightlifting, and the results are better than weightlifting. Given that I'm here in upstate New York, I could train it probably 6 or 7 months a year, and then it snows, it gets too cold, it gets rainy, but for the most part, it's usually pretty warm. It's just a blast to come train on and play on and work out on. So if you like this, be sure to click the like button, comment your comments, subscribe to stay tuned, and there's a lot more videos like this to come.